Do I need to avoid heat at all costs, even blow drying? No. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. Everything in moderation. There's some naturals who might tell you, yeah, heat is the enemy, heat is not your friend, heat is going to completely ruin your hair, especially while you're transitioning. If you're natural, you don't need heat. Wrong. Like, I'd say that's wrong. You don't have to completely avoid heat at all costs, even blow drying. There's actually nothing wrong with blow drying. It's just that you want to do these things in moderation. You don't want to cause heat damage, and if you're transitioning to natural hair, then you might not even have the desire to be blow drying all the time. Yes, in some cases, for some people, they find their hair a lot easier to manage. Their natural hair is a lot easier to manage when it's blow dried because it's in a stretched state. But if you're on a process of learning your hair and you really want to know how to care for it in its natural state, then blow drying is counterproductive. You might find in the transitioning stage that it might help you deal with these dual textures, because blow drying might make your natural hair feel and look more like your pre-transition texture, so it will look more uniform. That's completely understandable, and for that reason, I would say if that's the case for you, then there's nothing wrong with blow drying. My only thing that I would recommend above anything else is that you use heat protection. You use a heat protectant, just invest in a good one, and also that you try to do it as little as possible. Don't do it often. If you can make it a thing that you do maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe even less frequent, then that would be ideal, because the idea is not to apply heat on the hair, but to nourish it and care for it back to its natural state until you've transitioned from this pre-transition texture. So you don't have to avoid heat at all costs, but I would recommend limiting it as much as you can. And as for straightening your hair with heat, using the flat iron, using straighteners, generally speaking, I just say no. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Because it would be really painful. The worst thing would be for you to be nourishing and caring for this natural regrowth, this lovely little afro, these lovely little curls that you're starting to see, and then just completely fry them. Like, you don't want to do that, because once they're fried, once the heat damage is there, it's not something that you can reverse. So it's just not worth it. And you're wanting to care for and learn these curls, this new texture that's growing from your scalp, so that would be counterproductive. I would say no to straighteners. Blow drying every now and then. I don't see anything wrong with that. So